and welcome back to another LunaCraft video. And in today's video, we're going to take a look at our ever-expanding village. And if we look behind, whoops, we got the angle right. There we go. And if you look behind me, you can see something exciting has come about. Our blacksmith shop is now up and running. So a little bit of theory behind this. I was originally going to include this very close to the village, but I don't think people would want to look at a blacksmith or hear the sounds or the smells of it, because I've been there while they've been shoeing horses, and let me tell you, the smell is not nice at all. So I moved it out a little bit further from the town. Kind of in between our main center, which is on the other side of the bridge, and over here where the flower shop is. So let's go take a closer look at our blacksmith shop. So yeah, I do have to make a better path to come down here. I'm thinking of making platforms. So let's take a look at a few things. Here's our furnaces, where he can smelt his ore down. Put it under cover because obviously, you know, he does not want to get wet, and also have it blocked off for safety reasons. This is also going to be the general area where people are going to be also passing through because it's part of a path. We've got our coal here, which is the pickaxe stuck in it, because, you know, somebody was obviously working and left. Here is his assistant getting ready with the blast furnace. And I'm going to quickly show you how the blast furnace was built. Alright, welcome back, and behind me you can see, well, actually more along, hey, get out of the way, assistant. Alongside me we have the blacksmith working on a sword, and behind me, we're going to take a closer look, is our, I call it a smelter or a lava container. Really don't have a name for it yet, but because it escapes me at the moment. But I call this our smelter. Now it's just more for decoration. You can't do anything with it. So let's take a quick look at how I built that. and welcome back. And as you can see here, we have our blacksmith off and working on a diamond sword. You know, he's kind of busy at the moment, so he's not going to talk to us. I want you guys to see this during the day. If you come down here, there's their storage area with their coal, and then their coal that has been ground up. As you see, they have some over here with a shovel shoved in it. Not sure I'd be leaving that out in the rain, but they know better than I do. Here's their grindstone area. Here's their wheelbarrow, which they obviously would use to transport the items from the storage shed over to wherever they are working. I can see here I have blocked off this big area. Obviously you got lava there, so you want to keep it safe, and you don't want, you know, people who don't know what they're doing going over into the lava. And this is the same area for our, I always forget what we call these, stone cutters. I always want to call these grindstones, but those are grindstones. So we can sneak in here. I think this makes this area a little bit more creepier, because it's much more closed off. And you can see we have our lava still bubbling away. The floor of the blacksmith area is basalt. Our giant blast furnace, which I probably should have told you guys this before, but I forgot. Has lava encased in it, so that's the glow you see there. And then I just left a hole on top and put a campfire in it, so you can see the smoke coming out the top, and that is made out of polished blackstone bricks. And just take out like this little wheelbarrow with the not the shopping cart, with the chest in it. As you can see, you know, they would prefer you kind of walk through this way rather than going through the main area of where they're working to pass through. As I said, I think I'm going to put a series of platforms coming down. That you'll probably see in a later video. I'm not going to put too much detail into that because platforms aren't that exciting, but you know, for safety reasons, we do have it blocked off so they can't fall. Now their house is... Oh, I forgot to put in a window. So their house obviously isn't that big because it's just the blacksmith and his assistant. So it's cobblestone, the oak log actually, and then hay. So it's kind of like a thatched roof. And then just a little bit of an extension, which we'll look into in a second. It is not very big. So let's, oops, we line up right and go into the house. So as I said, it's not very big. You have enough room for 2 beds and then 2 little dressers. If you look out here, you can see the lava area. That's obviously the place where they get their stuff to help, you know, with their blast furnaces and their smelters. The windows are made out of gray and light gray window panes. I figured working a lot with the fire, you're going to get a lot of soot and stuff, and no matter how much you try to keep it clean, you're not going to be able to. A couple of years ago, we had forest fires in Canada, and the smoke that came down from there was, oh my gosh, it was unbelievable. And no matter what you did, you couldn't keep it out of your house. So that was kind of the inspiration for that. Obviously, he needs a place to sell his wares. It said, while the operation looks kind of big, it really isn't. There's just 2 of them. So this is what he has offering right now. Don't normally do the color purple, but just thought I'd change it up for a little bit. I did a mixture of the diamond and the netherite armor and the steel. Oh, excuse me, steel armor. And these here are just to show off the weapons he has for sale. So, and as I said, if you come through this way, this is eventually going to be the path that leads up to the flower shop. I may put in another little building over here. I'm thinking maybe having like a little bee farm. Just, I have, you know, this nice flat area. I think a bee farm and a flower shop would go really nice together. I'll probably put the the bee shop somewhere up here. I may put something else in between the blacksmith and the flower shop because it just seems to be such a long path to go without something there. Oh, couldn't figure out what that was. Like, what is that? And it's actually one of my lights. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think I should add something, or should I just make a very decorative path to go through and just have a bee shop near the flower shop there? And next to my ugly trucks. I am not good at making trucks. But I don't think that's bad for the first attempt. So we're just going to come back through and take another quick look. You can peer inside. I like how this kind of gives like a city vibe to it. Really didn't use a lot of expensive materials, I think. I haven't played survival Minecraft, so I'm just guessing here. And I'm trying to... what they would have on hand. And that would also look like practical. Most of it used to be all grass, so, you know, maybe we could say the basalt was there already. So just taking another quick look. I like that guy. I don't know, the villagers just crack me up. I hope you guys like the blacksmith shop. Got a little bit bigger than I intended, but I like to have different stations or different areas for each task. If you want anything added to the village, or you think I should add anything, please let me know down in the comments, or if you want to see anything built in LunaCraft. Thank you guys very much, and I hope you have a great week. Bye!